One of my colleagues had a question on public service loan forgiveness, and you felt the program was broken because it was, quote, not being implemented the way you and Congress intended. By the same logic, will you admit that you broke the FAFSA, which Congress intended to be implemented in a timely and error-free fashion?
Yes, we have had significant delays that we're working tirelessly to implement correctly.
Thank you. Across the U.S., the number of students who successfully submitted the FAFSA was down 29% from this time last year, which is very significant. Has the department owned up to your mistakes? I guess you are, and taken responsibility. Should any employees, I guess let's say, should any employees at the Department of Education, political or otherwise, lose their jobs over the FAFSA rollout?
So let me just clarify, sir. The difference is less. We're about 15%. We've reduced the number from 30% to 15%, given our nationwide strategy that we're using. So we're seeing over 9 million students apply. The information is being processed, and students are receiving letters. So I just wanted to give you that update on that.
Okay. Did you chastise anybody, or was there any consequences for the...
Yeah, thank you for that question. You know, we take this very seriously, and it's concerning to us that there were delays. And yes, there will be opportunities for not only accountability, but restructuring to make sure that this doesn't happen again. As a parent of a high school senior and a student in college, I know how important this is for our families, and we're committed to getting it right and making sure we open doors to access to higher education for more students across our country. Okay.
Wisconsin has an impressive tech college system, and more people are going there all the time. We wish still more were going there, as opposed to our traditional university. These colleges offer flexible scheduling options, summer classes, and these are popular among the students. However, due to the obvious inefficiencies within your department, numerous students interested in summer courses this year are unable to access timely financial aid. During my conversations with my local tech schools in my district, reveal a lack of guidance from the Department of Education on how to proceed and advise students. Can you offer immediate guidance to these institutions?
Absolutely, sir. I'm committed to working with you and those institutions to get them the information that they need, the resources, and if necessary, ensure that we're funding FAFSA clinics for those students in that community. I think, one thing that I want to share, sir, is, in Wisconsin, there was a 61% completion rate of FAFSA prior to the simplification. Together, I know when we work together, we're going to do better than that. More students deserve an opportunity to access FAFSA and achieve their goals through higher education.
Okay, one of the major goals of President Biden has been some of the student loan forgiveness. And probably when I get back in my district, that's one of the major topics. And of course, the topic is brought up by people who have paid their student loans. It's not unusual for people to say, do 2 jobs at one time. They're going to get that, clear the decks, get that loan paid off. And after they maybe get the loan paid off in 4 or 5 years, working extra hard, all of a sudden they find out that President Biden is looking, he would have forgiven them on his own. What would you like me to say to my constituents who have gone through maybe a given degree of hardship, or maybe just spent less money on other junk, and paid off their student loans that way? How would you respond to those folks?
Thank you, Congressman. Look, I'm one of those people who paid off my loans, and I'm recognizing now as secretary that over 1 million people go into default. What I would say to those folks is we are fixing a broken system that will allow more access, better return on investment for higher education. So we're fixing broken policies to make it, this is not something that will need to happen every 5 years. We're addressing it in different ways.
I'll agree with you there, but what I'm saying, in the past, broken or not, there are people who paid off their loans, maybe even paid them off prematurely because they didn't like being in debt.
Right.
Okay, maybe they worked extra hard, maybe they gave up other things you could do with your money, but they paid them off early, and now they feel like suckers for being responsible. How would you respond to that individual person? If I run into a guy or a parent of somebody who says, my son worked 2 jobs, he paid off his loan, why in the world are these other people getting it paid off for nothing?
Well, I think, it's important to recognize where we are right now. Similar case could be made for those who received PPP loans and got debt forgiveness with small businesses. They were given help at a time where it was tough. Right now, our higher education loan system is broken. We've introduced the SAVE plan, and quite frankly, people going into default in their community doesn't help the local economy. For the teacher that I spoke to who is now able to buy a home, that's helping the community. And if you look at our programs, it's public servants. It's people who were defrauded by their colleges. So we're taking the interest off of loans that have gone on for over 20 years. Thank you.
That wasn't really an answer to my question, but thanks.